Hello and welcome to the channel. Be sure to share, like, and comment down below. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button for daily videos on news and politics.
Breaking. Investigators just caught John Podesta committing massive felony for Hillary. One of DC's most infamous swine is John Podesta, Hillary's right hand, who became famous when his emails were released by WikiLeaks before the presidential election. The emails proved an enormous amount of fraud, collusion, the media, lies and criminal acts surrounding the Hillary Clinton campaign. Since the election, Hillary's former campaign manager has been mysteriously silent, as he knows his fraud and collusion with the Russians could get him a hard time in prison. Now Podesta is being thrown back into the media spotlight again after investigators discovered the massive felony he's been quietly committing for months. The most infamous fake news story was when BuzzFeed and CNN used the fake dossier to push the nonsense that Trump hired 2 Russian prostitutes to have golden showers on Obama's bed, which of course was later debunked. The fake dossier, as we learned in recent months, was compiled by British spy Christopher Steele and his London firm, who later sold it to Trump's political opponents, and was then used as justification for a FISA court to grant surveillance on then-candidate Trump. And now it's being revealed that Podesta was one of the crooked officials this entire time, working behind the scenes pushing this fake dossier with foreign officials, which is a federal crime. Gateway Pundit reported. Clinton campaign chairman John Podesta met with the founder of the opposition research firm behind the Trump dossier just after the dirty document was published earlier this year, according to a new report in the New York Times. The revelation is significant because Podesta, a long-time Democratic operative, recently told the Senate Intelligence Committee that he did not know who paid the research firm, Fusion GPS, to produce the dossier, which BuzzFeed published on January 10th. An associate of Podesta's told the Times that he met with Glenn Simpson, the founding partner of Fusion GPS, to compare notes about Russia's meddling in the election. Another report stated that when Podesta denied knowledge of paying Fusion GPS, his attorney, Mark Elias, was sitting next to him. According to this report, Elias was the one who paid Fusion per instructions from the Clinton campaign. It's unknown who CNN's sources were for the report above, but Americans may soon know the truth. Congress petitioned for Fusion GPS's bank statements, and despite Fusion arguing that these should not be provided, a judge on January 4th dismissed Fusion's argument and the documents were provided to Congress on January 5th. We should be one step closer to uncovering the criminal acts by corrupt and creepy Podesta, Obama and Hillary when the Fusion Bank records are released to Americans. However, we still need an attorney general who is willing to do his job and prosecute treasonous criminals like these. Blinded by his hate and jealousy for President Trump, John Podesta overlooked the critical detail that working with foreign governments to overthrow the President of the United States is an extremely serious federal crime, as spelled out in 18 U.S. Code 2385. The noose is suddenly beginning to tighten around the necks of Hillary Clinton and her associates. Just several days ago, indictments were filed into people complicit in Hillary's Uranium One scandal, as we previously reported. Mark Lambert, who was the co-president of a transportation company based in Maryland, which provided transportation of nuclear materials to American and overseas customers, is facing an 11-count indictment for his alleged involvement in the Russian bribery scheme surrounding the Uranium One deal. According to the Department of Justice, Mr. Lambert is charged with an 11-count indictment with 1 count of conspiracy to violate the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, FCPA, and to commit wire fraud, 7 counts of violating the FCPA, 2 counts of wire fraud and 1 count of international promotion money laundering. The charges stem from an alleged scheme to bribe Vadim Mikorin, a Russian official of JSC Technobexport, 10X, a subsidiary of Russia's State Atomic Energy Corporation and the sole supplier and exporter of Russian Federation uranium and uranium enrichment services to nuclear power companies worldwide, in in order to secure contracts with 10X. The indictment, which was unsealed by the DOJ on Friday, goes on to detail that Mr. Lambert allegedly engaged in this bribery scheme from 2009 to 2014, using a network of overseas bank accounts and shell companies. It looks like President Trump is finally making good on his promise to drain the swamp. You know Hillary is freaking the hell out, as all the dirt in the end will lead directly back to her.